event that we need to talk about right here, brother. You talk about a man returning to form. We're talking about 50K Dan Ige. I mean, this is another one that we both kind of called here. I had said this is the fight. This is the get-back fight for Dan Ige. Damon Jackson's a dangerous man, but he's going to have to get the fight to the ground. And we saw very early on that was much easier said than done. How impressed were you with Dan Ige's takedown defense?
Man, massively impressed. We were talking about it, how Ige is kind of the old dog in the game. Nobody's really respecting him. Homeboy showed up with the youth and vigor of a young, spry buck, and he put out for the show, man. It was a great fight. Very impressed for Dan Ige. And at that point, man, still impressed with Damon Jackson, too. Put up a good fight. You just got caught with a left hook Larry that put you into the stands. Can't be too mad at it.
Well, I think the fight could have been over a little earlier. You saw that weirdness with the eye poke, right? That wasn't really an eye poke. It was more of you got caught with some uppercuts. It happens, man. Those gloves are pointy, especially when they haven't been broken in well. They are pointy. They are sharp. And if you saw Damon Jackson's eye was red up. Something happened there, but it wasn't an eye poke. So I actually wanted to ask you about that real quick. What do you make of that? Like in competition, right? It's not, even the referee warned him, oh, it was your glove. Well, there's no rule that says if the glove hits him in the eye that it's illegal. I didn't poke him. I didn't do anything like that. It was in the punching action. Fair or foul?
I think fair, but at that point, if you stop the fight for a suspected eye poke, but then you realize, oh, it wasn't an eye poke, do you instantly just start him up again? Like, sorry, bro. Like, yeah. That's crazy. I feel like, well, no, I think that's the correct move. But how do you even give him a little bit of grace at the start? It's such a gray area for it. I think you just go at it right away. You see him get eye poked. Okay, quick pause. Have like a secondary judge to make sure and see it and go, yeah, good, all right. Because then you're not taking 2.5 minutes off. You're taking like a 30-second break, which is a lot easier, a lot more manageable. But fair or foul, I think it's fair, man. You don't know. There's a lot of things flying in there going like that. But I do think you restart them as quick as possible. I don't know if that's going to be the normal take, though. I think a lot of people are going to be asking for not a restart or like a little bit more pause and stuff like that. I don't know. What do you think?
Damon Jackson got a couple of minutes, man. I think that it's like, that it's the unfortunate nature of the game, man. You got hit with something unintentional. It was in the punching motion. Now you have to fight. It doesn't matter if you're impaired or not. There was not anything illegal. No infraction took place. I think that it was fair for Dan Ige right there. But we did see the knockout power on display. We definitely saw that Dan Ige was a man who was hungry, hunting for that victory, and he got the job done. So my question to you at this point was, first off, TKO Dan Ige plus 250. You're welcome right there. That was easy money. But at the end of the day, man, is he ready to jump up to the upper echelon again, or does he take another get-back fight? Because his number one thought process, at least what he displayed for the public, was, I can't let this kid take my number. And I'm like, dang, all right, Dan Ige, now you're fighting for something here. Remember, we talked about it before. Fight for your number. Now you've defended your number. Do we go up? Do we stay the same? Do we go down? What are we thinking?
I think you do another get-back fight, man. I feel like Dan Ige needs a little bit of that fire and needs a little bit of that chip on his shoulder to feel a little disrespected and kind of come back for who he is as a scrapper, man. And I feel like if you're just going to bump Dan Ige up to, a number 5 fighter, number 6 fighter, somewhere around there, it might not do the exact, or it might do the opposite of what you want. Dan Ige might crumble under pressure. Who knows? Things might be going down. But if you put him up against another young buck who has that hunger, has that thing, is going to try to take what's his, then I think we see another superstar performance out of Ige, man. What do you keep him at the same, Derek, or you fight him up?
I would like to see Dan Ige fight Alex Caceres, Bruce Leroy. Stay in the top 15, but you going all the way down to number 15 right there. It's going to be a tough fight, but you can't sit here and just fight unranked guys and still just be in the rankings like that. You know what I'm saying? So I will say this. Damon Jackson, valiant performance, but Dan Ige definitely was in a class of his own, especially when it came down to the striking right there. So let's see another bounce back fight, but good things on the horizon for Dan Ige. Finally gets back on the winning track right there, man.